Awesome. Welcome to this week's episode of Smart Leaders Sell Podcast. I'm Jessica Lorimer, sales coach, leadership expert, and today I am joined by Bernadine Graham, who legit is one of the coolest entrepreneurs that I am seeing on the internet these days. Wicked sense of humour. So I'm expecting this episode to be a lot of fun. Welcome to the podcast, my love.
Thanks for having me. I feel like really privileged that you're calling me cool. I'm sure my teenage son won't call me cool, but I'm going to take it as a win, definitely.
Teenagers don't call anyone cool. They're ridiculous until they hit 25 and they kind of understand what life's about. They're not thinking anyone else is cool.
I feel like a real celebrity. So you've called me cool and I'm on the show. So yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
We hyped you up. You're feeling good. That's the aim. So you work with people, and this is something I really admire because I am a technical numpty. Technology is just not my friend. It never has been. And in corporate, one of my very best friends, actually, Jackie, she is a technical whiz like you. She is so technically whizzy. I do think that's an adjective I should have used, but let's go with it, right? She is actually an operations manager and she's worked with some phenomenal companies over the last few years. And when I started working at her firm, we struck up this friendship because I spent so much time breaking every single computer in the place and every single platform that we were working with. We ended up spending so much time together just, ranting about technology not working, that we've been very, very good friends for about 5 years. Bonded over Prosecco, olives, and poor technology. And it actually got so bad once that they had to call out the international head of support from a database company because it just wouldn't work for me. And they flew out from France, looked at it and went, "We don't know how you've broken this. Can you come and test some of our other software? Because we don't know what you've done and we don't like this problem." And I was like, oh, okay, thanks. And that's what you do. You are the technical whiz behind lots of businesses. Not necessarily fixing database problems. I just want to throw that out there.
That's actually pretty epic.
I thought so. I just break everything. It's one of the reasons that I have really, really crap pieces of software that are like idiot proof, because honestly, if anyone can break anything, it's going to be me. Just is.
I don't know. I think that, so I got my first office job and I didn't even know how to send an email, right? I blagged it. And then sort of 10 minutes in, I had to send an email. And so I sort of shimmied my chair over to the woman opposite me and asked her how to do it. And it's grown from there.
It's funny, isn't it? I mean, wasn't it Richard Branson who was like, yeah, don't worry about it, just get the job and then learn as you go? I'm paraphrasing massively. I can't remember the exact quote. The exact quote is pretty inspirational. My version, less so.
If somebody offers you the opportunity, take it, figure out how to do it later.
There we go.
Yeah. That pretty much is me. I am an opportunist. So yeah, I got my first office job. I don't think I even knew what Outlook was then. I'm pretty sure I didn't. Blagged it, figured it out, and so every progression on from that, I've part skill, part blagging. I've kind of worked my way up like that. So no, I like playing with tech. I do. I've done it for years and it's easy for me. I like lists and logic and, I'm that person on the train that plays Sudoku or those little mind shuffling games. So I think that's why I like technology. I can't do the coding. That's a bit beyond me. Yeah. I'm not totally Big Bang Theory, but yeah, in my work life, give me a new tech tool to play with and I'm happy. Black Friday was really bad for me in tech.
Also me. I spent a fortune on AppSumo. That place is basically funded by my business.
Yeah. And I'll be in groups and people will say, I'll ask, what do you use for this? And then I'll hear about something new. And the first thing I'm going to do is Google that thing and sign up if there's a free trial and have a play with it. Yeah. My browser is bad. It's really bad with bookmarks and things. Yeah. So what do? I help you to create systems and integrate them into your business and keep it simple.
I love it.
Really simply. I'm not a one size all fits girl. So that's why I try lots of things, because what works for me doesn't work for you. And then it keeps it interesting.
Good. Yeah. I love it. I really love it. Systems and processes, I absolutely adore. Just don't want to actually have to do the things myself. lazy Jess. But
a lot of people don't. But I think the other thing is, if you're like me and you're, I'm going to say, a corporate escapee, you've worked with loads of things that you don't like.
Yeah.
So then you get your own business and you're like, I'm going to do it my own way. I don't need systems.
I literally did this the other day. So a funny story. I'm obviously hosting the event at the Ritz. So we're hosting the first ever Smart Leader Cell event at the Ritz. You're actually coming, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
There you go. Give you a real life hug. But I'm hosting this event at the Ritz. And when I was signing the contract, they sent over an actual contract that I needed to print out. And I was like, oh, and I laughed as I wrote the email that said, "Dear Sarah, I don't own a printer. My business is paperless. Please send me like a file copy that I can sign." And so they sent me back a PDF. And I was like, "Dear Sarah, I still don't have a printer. Also, I have no idea how to turn this PDF document into anything else that I can use."
Adobe Sign.
Six goes to work out how to get this contract back. And do you know what ended up happening? I signed it in Word. I was like, if you could just send it over to me as a Word document, I'll just write my name on it and then I'll send it back. So the poor Ritz, honestly, they do go above and beyond because they put up with me and my crappy contract signing.
Part of me is not surprised that they don't have electronic signature, and then part of me really is.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll gloss over that.
I was like, guys, even I have DocuSign. Even me.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to dig into your questions here because it's really interesting. And I think it's something that comes up for a lot of entrepreneurs, particularly when we have escaped the corporate world and when we're starting to sell on our own. So share the question and then let's dive in.
So I'm going to say pivoting. I'm changing my focus in the new year. And I have been pretty bad at marketing myself. I'm just going to say that straight away. So this year, I want to do better. But I'm an introvert, so you may not get that from this whole chat that we're having. But I work much better with small groups of people and one-to-one or in person than I do online. And I really want to know how I can change that, how I can improve my marketing, improve my sales skills, but still be an introvert. How do I do this? Because
I hear you. And it's really interesting. You know what? About a year ago, I was being coached by an amazing mindset person. And they said to me, and I'm really not woo-woo. I say this a lot. I'm not woo-woo. I'm not massively spiritual. I'm open-minded. You know, I'm the kind of fence sitter that's like, yeah, God seems like a pretty cool guy. And I'm going to lean on that side of the fence because if something happens to me, I kind of want him to be looking out, right? But other than that, church twice a year, I'm all good. You know, I'm that kind of spiritual. I'll pick it up. My parents were Irish Catholics, so I'm like, Easter and Christmas, I'll go. The rest of the year, I kind of figure I'm covered from those two because those two services are pretty long. So yeah, there you go. That's me as a whole. But I was working with this mindset coach last year and she said something that really surprised me. We were talking about where we get our energy from. And she was like, yeah, well, so you're an introvert. And I was like, sorry. I was like, no. Actually, I'm quite happy to go around, do a dance, jump on the table, etc., etc. And she's like, no, that's not what introverted is. It's about where you get your energy. And she was like, and you, when you are around lots and lots of people and have thousands of Facebook notifications, you get overwhelmed, and that's where your energy suck comes in. So actually, I think a lot of people are introverts in the traditional sense of actually it's about energy and what gives you more energy versus what sucks it out. A lot of us are introverted, you know, regardless of whether you're tequila slamming, dancing on tables kind of introverted, or I want to be in my house all day and not speak to anyone, introverted.
I'm somewhere in the middle of those two.
Depends how many tequilas there are on the table, right?
Yeah.
That's usually how it goes for me too. So there's that thing to look at first. And I think, in all honesty, that marketing when you're an introvert actually makes you a better salesperson. And the reason that is because when you're an introvert, you don't want to be all the time in thousands of Facebook groups going, hey, my name's Bernadine, I do systems processes, comment below if you want to talk to me. Because actually the idea of that fills you with complete dread and you would rather stab out your own eyeball with a fork, right? So I get that. It makes you a better salesperson because you're not going to go and do that. You're not going to use this spray and pray marketing. What you're actually going to do is build genuine relationships. And so for you, it's about going 1 inch wide and 10 miles deep, right?
Okay.
And what that means is looking at a platform that works for you and being consistent there. So you may not be the person in all of the Facebook groups. You may not be that person. You might be like me and be like, do you know what? I really like podcasting. It's easier. I'm doing the little quotation marks here. It's easier, right? Air quotes, for me to podcast, because when I podcast, I can be broadcast and I can talk to a bunch of people. Only the right people ever email me back. I don't get like 1,000 emails back on my podcast from people being like, oh my God, this is great, and wanting me to answer lots and lots of questions or do lots of things. I get specific emails from people who say, that episode was great. This is what I took away. I'd love to learn more about this. And that for me is way more fulfilling, because although I'm talking to lots of people, I don't feel like they're all draining my energy. Whereas when I go into a group and I put up a post in a group that, I'm not hosting, and it gets hundreds of comments, I'm like, oh no, I don't want to send everyone on that post a message. I don't want to have to try and build up conversations with 100 people. I just want 10 really great people who I can talk to, who I can engage with, who I can network with, who will refer me and I'll refer them, or who I can work with. Does that make sense?
That absolutely makes sense. It absolutely makes sense. Yeah. So I'm used to getting lots of those notifications. I'm used to having a full inbox. It drives me insane. And I hide from my phone. Like, I removed Facebook from my phone so I don't have to deal with the notifications there as well. Yeah, that totally makes sense.
In that case, Madam, I would do that. I would find the platform that works for you. It may be that you prefer to be like a broadcast platform, like Instagram, podcasting, YouTube, where no, not video, thank you. You can't see it, guys, but Bernadine is like shaking her head and freaking out silently over on the other side of the mic.
No, I'm not a picture taker. I'm not a video taker. And it's that bad that it's spilled over into my kids, right? Because I don't take a lot of pictures or videos of them either. Yeah, no.
Not video. Okay, we can go with this. But you might want to be the broadcaster, right? So it's your job to put content out that people can engage with. So it might be as simple as email list. You're prolific at mailing your list with value, with great content, with things that interest and engage them. And it'll be the right people that go, yeah, I'm going to email you back because I need you. Does that make sense? So you can be prolific, but for you, I'd recommend choosing one platform and going, rather than trying to go, yes, I'm going to do the Facebook group and the Instagram thing and the everything else. I'm going to choose the thing that I really like and the way of communicating that I really enjoy and know that I can do consistently for weeks and weeks on end. And the rest of it is kind of whatever.
Okay. See, I get that, but then I struggle with things like, so I don't really try with Instagram.
Yeah.
But I get a lot of interaction there somehow, really. So it's hard for me to be like, I'm not going to do anything with it, but then, I'll put up a post and 3 weeks later it's still getting interest. So I've got to keep doing that. Do I just stop doing it? Or
No.
Yeah.
You don't stop. You choose the place that you want to show up. If Instagram for you is getting lots of interaction and you're really not having to work that hard by the sounds of it to do it,
yeah,
why not make it your focus? platform?
Well, I didn't before because I'm like, everyone on there's really visual. They've got cool pictures and stuff like that, which I don't have. You know? That's the truth. I don't have them.
Yes, you do. Everyone does. You can learn.
No, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to be professional. I don't want pictures of me, you know, dancing on a table on my Instagram now.
Everyone wants pictures of that, Bernadine. I'm going to be honest.
No, they don't. Yeah, well, I don't.
I think what you have to think about is that because there seems to be a thing here, it's not about the content, the platform necessarily for you. It's about what you're going to have to put on it. Yeah. You don't have to be, if you don't want to, the face of your business. Your Instagram doesn't have to be you sat on your couch with a selfie and like a little mouse mat or whatever. I'm really sorry, that was a crap idea for a photo. But it doesn't have to be that, right? Your Instagram photos can be little video snippets of what you're working on today and show your screen. They can be the kind of photos of, hey, I just mocked up this process for a client and this is what their flowchart looks like. It could even be, you know, a picture of an inbox at 0. Because honestly, like, yes, Instagram's visual, but it's about the captions too. People want to know, well, what's behind the image? So it doesn't have to be you if you don't want to start out that way. And you might find over time, actually my Instagram following are great. I don't mind them seeing me. I didn't start out on Facebook doing Facebook Lives. I would rather have died, to be quite honest, than show up on video. 2 weeks ago, I did a Facebook Live in my turban, post-shower, like my hair tab, post-shower, no makeup, wet hair, in my PJs, because now I'm kind of like, my community don't care. If the content's good, they don't really care about my face when I'm on it. I mean, obviously the podcast's slightly more convenient because I don't ever have to dress up. Nobody can see me in my PJs, but it's about being comfortable. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. I think I'm concerned that I'm hiding, you know. No. I think that's something that I need to just work out in my own mind. I think that I feel like I have to put myself out there, which I'm not entirely comfortable doing anyway. That's just not my style. But part of me feels like that's hiding a little bit, but maybe it's not, and it's just me giving myself a reverse talking to.
You know what? I think sometimes we get so caught up in the online space, and I don't know if you've listened to the episode, like, how do you sell? Aspirationally, emotionally, fear of missing out, right?
I've listened to the whole podcast, so yeah, I've listened to that.
So a lot of people online sell aspirationally, because let's face it, everyone these days has a camera phone and Wi-Fi. So it's very easy to take a photo of you drinking a cocktail and go, look at my life, isn't this great? Do you want it too? Right? Not all of us thrive off of that kind of selling. You know, not all of us are that kind of seller. I would say that I'm an aspirational seller. If you want to, you know, sell in your hair turban after a shower, then yeah, I'm your girl. But it's a different kind of aspirational. Your aspirational may be you get to have the business that is organized, that you don't have to worry about, that works while you're not, and that doesn't fall apart. That's not always characterized by you sat on a beach with your laptop, sand getting in the keyboard, because it doesn't make sense. But it can be characterized by, hey, look, this is inbox 0 after 6 months because there's a great process in place that means that you're not getting 15,000 emails a day, that you're not getting overwhelmed, right? Yeah. It can be, hey, the door of your kid's school or something, I'm watching the school play at 2:00 in the afternoon because actually the systems in my business are set up in a way that means I don't have to be there.
And I remembered it was on.
Yeah, exactly. And I remembered to make it. I remembered to pick up the children. I adulted today.
Yeah.
Right? And that sometimes that's more powerful to people. It's not about competing with the images. And it doesn't mean that in not having photos of yourself up every day, that you're playing small or that you're hiding, unless it's something that you feel your audience needs to see.
No, I don't. See, I don't think so. I think I've just not been able to express it the way that you did, because I would say that I am the cog behind the machine. I'm the thing that keeps the wheels turning. So I'm not really visible. Nobody cares, you know.
Yeah.
So no, I don't need to be visible when you look at it like that way.
I mean, if you look at major companies, and let's look at the major companies, does Walmart have a face? No. They have a green brand logo. You know, they're just kind of like, well, we're Walmart. That's it. You know, McDonald's, is that a human face? Nobody in their right mind could call Ronald McDonald. Like, it's normal, okay? So we have that. We have brands like Nike. Their visibility is the tick. It's the logo. It's the message. Just do it. Louis Vuitton, is that characterized by a person? No, of course it's not. It's the logo, it's the branding, it's the messaging, it's the consistency. It's not the face.
Yeah. Oh, see, I feel like I knew this already, but I just couldn't put it together somehow.
To be honest, it's what coaching is, right? We all know the answer. We all know what we want to do. Sometimes it's just giving ourselves permission to say, yeah, screw it. I don't have to do it like that.
Yeah. And somebody else telling you, because it's completely different when somebody else tells you.
But that's the thing. I mean, for you, I'd go out and I'd look at other companies that do similar things to you that don't have a face. Show yourself the evidence. I mean, let's look at the evidence so far in just your business. How many times have you got a client through putting your face on Facebook?
Never, because I don't really do that. I've got a couple of pictures, random things of me, right? But never.
So the evidence right now is actually I've operated my business for quite a while, quite happily. I've gained clients through not having pictures of myself up.
Yeah.
Do I need to change that?
No.
No.
Well, actually, no. Yeah. I see, I'm going to tell my son about this and he's going to be like,
Yeah, he's going to be like, obviously, Mum. Didn't say it, like.
Yeah, I won't tell him. I'll wait till it's aired and it plays and then he'll laugh at me.
This is the thing. You don't have to be anyone that you don't want to be. You get to be you. It's your business, your rules. And in all honesty, you can make sales just through being consistent, just through having a great message and being visible on one platform. Visibility does not mean that your face is all over the internet. It's about consistently putting your message out there, putting offers out there, and making sure that you're building the right relationships with the right people. That's it.
Okay, as you were then, I think. Oh, I can do that. And cut some things out. I can do that. It's, I guess when I first started, I tried to do everything and then you get caught up in trying to do all the things. And it's hard to, even though I know that's not right or right for me, it's hard to pull yourself back to the right place and know that you're not, completely running the other way. Yeah.
It is hard. It is. And you know what? Sometimes streamlining is the most difficult advice we can give because it's like, yeah, sure, just throw away all the bits that you don't really want to do and either outsource them or don't do them anymore, whatever is going to work for your business. That's just the phase that you're in. As you scale up, you have to streamline more.
Yeah, so that's totally funny because I can do it for other people.
Worst plumbing in houses of plumbers. I will tell you that for free.
Yeah. So I can do this easily for other people. I completely lose perspective with my own stuff, not because I'm not interested or because I don't want to, because I get caught up in the shouldn't I, is this the right, yeah.
We get caught up in our own mind funk sometimes, and that's what stops us. It's the should I do this, shouldn't I do this paralysis that actually stops us just picking one. As soon as we've chosen the answer and we go with it, it's like, well, I'm going to make this work now, so whatever.
Yeah,
it's getting caught up in that decision making process. But hopefully now decision is made, you'll go and rock visibility on whatever platform you choose, and 2018 will be huge.
I can throw away my pro-con list and I'll do more girls.
Who does pro-con lists anymore? That's so 90s.
Me, all the time.
Well, there you go. We've just got rid of one. Only 2,222 to go. Has that been helpful, my love?
Yes, it has. It feels like, honestly, it feels as if I knew this already, but now you helped me to unravel it all in my head and, stop going around that merry-go-round of hell. So thank you. Yeah.
Good, you're so welcome. And where can people find you? Because obviously you are the person who unravels the systems and processes issues that we're all struggling with.
On my Facebook page, that's where I show up the most. So it's Bernadine Graham Consulting. It's pretty unique, my name. So you'll find it fairly easily. And generally I'm there, I answer all the comments, I share random crazy things that come to me in the night and tips and tricks.
Perfect.
So yes, that's where I am pretty much 7 days a week. Yeah.
Awesome. So there you go, my loves. If you need systems and processes overhauls in your business for the new year, which I'm guessing most people do because even I do, please go and check out Bernadine over at Bernadine Graham Consulting on Facebook. The link will be in the show notes for you. And if you've enjoyed this episode, please make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of the others. And leave us a review. Let us know how we're getting on. Let us know if you thought the conversation was interesting or if you feel the same way. I will see you all in Monday's episode.